Hey, Harvey from Echo here with another tutorial for BassGorilla. In this video I'm going to cover how exactly you can double your SoundCloud followers in 30 days. Just to let you know, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to get notified when we release any new videos. So let's get into it. I'm just going to show you these tips that I've used that have helped me double my SoundCloud followers, not on the Echo project, but this is an example to show you. Some of these techniques will work differently for different genres, but overall they're all fairly similar in how they work. Also, if you have any ideas as well, it'd be great to hear them and great to share knowledge. So that brings me on to the first thing I'm going to say, which is one that I've found when first started making music, and you don't really know who is who in the music industry, and also who knows who. So the best thing to do is when you start up and you put a track up and you maybe just post it on your Facebook page, on your personal page, and some of your friends comment on it and some of your friends like it. Whoever comments on it, make sure to reply to every single one, because when you start out you're not going to be getting millions of plays, thousands of likes and comments. You're going to be getting a couple, or maybe 100 or a few hundred. Now, when putting in the time, it's best to reply to every comment, because it shows that you're giving a personal level of understanding to the fan of whoever of the song is, and it shows you that you obviously thank you for their continued support. Now this goes hand in hand also with someone, if anyone follows you on SoundCloud. Sometimes it's good to do the old follow for follow, or follow them back, or even if they followed you, just send them a message saying thanks for the follow. Even though you may not think it's necessary, it is completely necessary, just because it shows that you're going that extra mile to make that like keeping up appearances, and show that you want to be known a bit more than just a follow button. So that's one tip that I've always found help me. Going back to what I mentioned about posting on Facebook, this brings me on to my next tip, which is make sure that any social media you have is all linked to SoundCloud, and make sure that any posts you do on social media has some form of SoundCloud link in it. Now, because we're basing this whole tutorial around SoundCloud, we're going to keep it just centered, so everything's diverted to SoundCloud. Now, what I mean by this is, say you have the big three on social media, so you've got Facebook, Twitter, and then YouTube. Now, you don't want to just straight up just post this link into Facebook. You want to make a bit more of it. First of all, if you say you're posting it in Facebook, Facebook has a very strange algorithm, and getting around these algorithms, it means maximizing the amount of reach you can get, because on YouTube it's the complete opposite. The more views you get, you actually get paid, whereas with Facebook, if you want more views, you have to pay, which is kind of backwards how it works, but it makes you think and keep you on your toes. So the one way to get around one of these algorithms on Facebook in particular is to actually post and schedule a post at a certain time. Now, there'll be plenty of ways to see how to do this on the internet. This is just one little video in the background to show you how I do it. But basically what this means is, if you find out the ideal time, for me in the UK it's 7:30. It could be different everywhere, anywhere in the world. Now, there's a bit more detail we can go into this as to find what time. But say I just wanted to appeal to more people in the UK and let it be readily available for them more than just, like, say if you post in the morning. Posting in the morning when people are getting up, they're not going to be checking SoundCloud at all. Not nearly as much as 6 to 8 PM at evening when they're at home, they've had dinner. So this is one thing to bear in mind. Now, this brings me on to my next tip, is what if you want to know where most of your fans are based, so you know when to post correctly. Now, you can do this in the stats section. So in the stats section, you can see who's your most played follower, where they are based, and also where the majority of your fans are based on SoundCloud, at least. Who are the most commenting on which country comment on your tunes the most, which comment like your tunes the most, and which listen to them the most. Now, say for example you have somewhere like South Africa or somewhere, I don't know, that is your most played source on SoundCloud. So most of your fans on SoundCloud that you've seen are from South Africa. So maybe what you want to do, I think they're 1 hour ahead, I believe, but don't quote me on this. Let's say they're 1 hour ahead. So say our ideal time to post is 7:30 for the UK. Now, maybe because we want to appeal more to our fans, which the majority is South African, we can post at 8:30, 1 hour ahead, so it means that 7:30 in South Africa, they're going to be getting a post about a new song on SoundCloud. Also, this comes into 2 points: one, making sure that you post at the right time, and two, to get these stats updates and to get these stats options, you have to have SoundCloud Pro. And SoundCloud Pro looks like this little star, this little orange star here. And I would recommend you get it. It's not expensive at all, but if you want to make something of it, it's worth putting the time, effort, and money into. If you believe, if it's just a bit of fun, that's no worries. But it just also gives a little bit more sense of professionalism as well when you look at it. So the next tip I want to say, I'm going to explain to you, is diverting everything to SoundCloud. Now what I mean by that is basically any profile you have on the internet to do with your music, whether it be Facebook or Twitter or YouTube or Google or whatever it may be. You want to make sure that any information or the about section on any of these profiles diverts straight back to your SoundCloud. So if you have a button on one of your websites that says play, it will play it from your SoundCloud. Or if you have listen here, like a button saying listen here or something, and you press it, it goes straight to the SoundCloud link. So basically what that is it's a way for them to hear the music, to interact with the music, you know, by liking and commenting and sharing, and also sharing it more by copying the link that they've been given. And that's why it's important to divert everything to your SoundCloud if that's what you want to do to increase your followers. So one other way you can double your SoundCloud followers in 30 days, especially, which is a real big help, is emailing blogs and relevant blogs of different genres. So for example, a couple that spring out to mind are This Song Slaps or This Song Is Sick, EDM.net, drumbass.net. Like, these are all different blogs that post different types of genres of electronic music, and it's good to kind of find one that you feel suits your music well. Once you have a track or two that you feel is good enough quality, it's recommended that you email them or send them a message on SoundCloud. Because what this means is if they like your song, they'll post it on their blog, and then from their blog, all their followers, essentially what happens is their followers hear your song, they go straight to your SoundCloud link, like it, follow, subscribe, hear the artist, and then it goes from there. And to go a bit further with that, they also post on their social media. So it means that literally anyone who follows that one particular blog, if they like what they're hearing, they will now follow you. So it's just a way of expanding your horizons of reach. Now, one other thing I would recommend when starting out with SoundCloud is staying active on the scene. Now what I mean by this is, say for example you are into writing drum bass music. What I mean by staying active in the scene is by understanding which release comes next, when is coming what, who's the next big thing, and keeping this all on your SoundCloud. Because the thing is if you're writing in a genre such as that, a lot of people like to hear a lot of similar things to the style. Say for example you make some Liquid or something, you'll be following a lot of Liquid artists, so therefore if those Liquid artists like you or you like them, then it also means that you'll be helping other people find music that they like, but they'll always return back to the source where they found it, which is where, you know, your SoundCloud came into play. So it's good to stay active and keep a consistent sound of your also your inspirations. If you don't keep active, this can sometimes mean that people often not forget about you, but you come off the face of SoundCloud, meaning that people don't see you as much, and you're not always, you know, here and there on their screen. So it's always good to keep active and keep on someone's screen, even if it's posting a track every 2 weeks or something, even just commenting or reposting songs. It's good just to keep active to show that you're still there. Now another tip that will help you in your SoundCloud followers is narrowing down your tags. So these are a couple of tags that we've used on our song to give credence, just as an example. Now that one was a bit of a jokey one, but we thought we'd put it in there anyway. It's literally just narrowing down your tags so it reaches more people than not having no tags. So for example, if you click on the little tag here that says inspected, you can see everything that's tagged and inspected, and then most of the time it is inspected for these tunes, as you can see. Maybe not with that cool. Nope. So the last thing I want to show you actually is fan gates. Now this is, if not the biggest tip I'd say to give. Fan gates, essentially what they are ways in which people to obtain music in exchange for something. So the usual way that people, you know, get music online, legally at least, is by buying a song on iTunes, and you give in 99p or so, let's say £1, round it up, so you give £1 to iTunes, who then distribute it to the artist and the label and the promoter, etc. And then you get the song. So in return for money, you get the song. Fangates works in a very different way, but a similar concept, in that what you do is when you sign up to a fangate as an artist, you select which songs you want to make a fangate for. And basically what this does is, if you say you put this song up for free, so for example to give credence on here, this is a free download, and when you click on the free download, it comes up with this screen here. And basically what this is, you can download, but to download it you've got to put in your email address, and it basically gets you to do different things, such as putting your email address, or you can either follow the artist, or you can either comment on the song, or a mixture of both, or all three. It depends what you have in mind. Now when starting out, this is really useful because it means that you're not going to be making, you know, money off music straight away, because it's a very, very difficult task. So what I recommend first of all is releasing songs for free, because at the end of the day you haven't put any money into it, so you're not going to be making any back. So it's best to put things out for free, and it just means that it frees the music a bit and puts no restraints on it. So when you put it out for free, put it under a fangate, and then once you do this, anyone that likes the song, if they want to download it, they have to either give them an email address, or they just have to follow the artist, or maybe repost the song. And therefore this gives another form of promotion, because it means that it's showing that the person who's downloaded the song likes the song and wants everyone to know about it by reposting it, and then anyone else who likes the song has to do the same thing. So therefore they're reaching so many different avenues of reach that you can't gain just on your own. And this is why fangates are very important, in particular for promoting on SoundCloud. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon to get notified when we release new videos. Please also hit the like button and leave a comment below if you found it helpful. Thank you very much.